Welcome to Rockingham, North Carolina, the site of the second race of the 2001 NASCAR Winston Cup Series, the Duralube 400. Today's field is led off by the number 40 of Sterling Marlin in the first pole for Dodge in their return to the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. There are 8 Dodges in the field today, as once again Kyle and Adam Petty failed to qualify. The other cars going home are Dave Marcus in that 71 car, Rick Mast in the 50, and Hut Strickland in the 90. 3 cars that failed to make the 500 last week were able to get provisionals today: the 32 of Ricky Craven, the 94 of Hermie Sadler, and the 27 of Buckshot Jones.
Man, Bill, it's great to see that 94 Rock racing car in the field today. Such a nice looking race car, and we'll have to see how they do.
Yes, indeed. Coming to the green flag here, Marlin and Bobby Labonte to his outside. Green flag in the air, and a great jump from Marlin. He will easily clear Labonte on this start.
We got Ricky Rudd, Daytona 500 winner, back there in third place, making a pass on Jerry Nadeau. He's going to clear him off turn 2, and looks like Sterling's really got a fast car here.
Yes, that Coors Light Silver Bullet really has been as fast as a bullet this week. Great in practice, and he will easily lead the first lap for 5 Winston Cup bonus points.
Bobby Labonte, though, that 18 looks pretty fast. The old Pontiac is staying right there on the bumper of Sterling Marlin as they head down here towards turn 3.
Yes, we go on board with Labonte right now, and you can see they're really getting quite a bit of slide through the corners there. It's going to be a race of tire wear today, Chip, to see who can slide the least in the corners and get the speed over the long run.
It looks like Bobby Labonte, possibly with a look there to the inside of the 40 car. He's going to wait here for a second, see if he can get a better run off turn 4. It looks like he might.
Yes, Labonte looking low. Marlin will lead, but possibly not for long.
Yeah, Labonte really drove it in there deep, side by side with the 40 car, and he is clear coming off turn 2.
And for the first time this season, the defending Winston Cup champion is out front, although now we've got the defending race winner, Ricky Rudd, up to second place.
And I think, that win at Daytona 500 last week, it was such a shot in the arm in his 2018. I think they could really make a run at this championship this year. We said last week there were 2 things Ricky Rudd has not done yet, and that was win a Daytona 500, which he's now done, and win the Winston Cup. So maybe this will be the year he does both.
Certainly something to watch for sure, although we've got Tony Stewart, Bobby Labonte's teammate, coming to the inside of Ricky Rudd now. It looks like he's going to easily make that pass. So Joe Gibbs Racing, those 2 Pontiacs are now running 1 and 2.
And, we got to watch out for old Tony. He had a great year last year, won 6 races. So I think he's going to be another strong car this year, another car that could run for this championship. This is only his 3rd year in the Winston Cup Series, was over in the Indy Racing League for several years, and certainly has made a very successful and quick transition into this series.
For sure, Chip. And it looks like Stewart is actually catching his teammate here. In fact, I think off turn 4, it looks like they were going to be side by side for the lead. Labonte gets back to the line first, but Tony Stewart coming on the inside there. How deep does he drive it into turn 1? Can he make the pass? And it looks like Tony Stewart is clear as they head down the back stretch. So that Home Depot Pontiac, Tony Stewart takes the lead. Won the Budweiser shootout, but first time leading in a points race. Further back, let's give an attaboy to Casey Atwood.
Yeah, my boy Casey, he's having a great run, running in the top 10, qualified well, and he could really be a contender for this Rookie of the Year award. Another one of those Dodges, and definitely one to watch out for.
Stewart continues to lead as they go down the backstretch, although Dale Jarrett and Jeff Gordon have now both passed Bobby Labonte for that second position. Coming up on the halfway mark here at North Carolina Speedway, and Tony Stewart has been utterly dominant today. He's starting to make his way through lap traffic and is coming up on a bit of a surprise here. The 3 of Dale Earnhardt is running outside the top 30. They just really seem to have missed the setup today.
Yeah, both those Richard Childress racing cars are not doing super great. You see the 31, his teammate Mike Skinner, just ahead of them, both outside the top 30. And actually, Michael Waltrip, that 15 car for Dale Earnhardt Incorporated, a car he owns, is also back there a little bit. I don't know, Chevrolets, maybe they just don't quite have it today. But either way, it looks like Dale is about to go lap down to Tony here. Tony easily gets by on the inside and continues to just absolutely dominate here at Rockingham.
30 laps to go. Stewart still leading. He just got around the lap car of Elliott Sather there, coming to work on Ken Schrader now to his outside with Mark Martin Wardboard. Oh, we got trouble down the backstretch.
Oh man, that 55 car, Kenny Wallace, he's backwards here. We'll have to see as they race back to the line. Can Tony Stewart is going to keep these cars lapped down? It looks like he's going to let some of them go. Skinner gets by, although I think Dale is going to remain trapped a lap down here. Let's take a look at this replay. It looks like Bobby Hamilton just gets into that 55 of Kenny Wallace, and innocent bystander there, the 66 car of Todd Bodine. Looks like the 10 of Johnny Benson gets the wall there a little bit too, as Craven and Rusty Wallace, some of those guys have to be evasive.
And here we are coming down pit road. Tony Stewart has a huge lead coming onto pit road, followed by Labonte, Jarrett, and Marlin. And they are coming towards their pit stalls right now.
Yep, here they come around the corner. Stewart looks like he's going to be the first one in here. I suspect they will all take 4 tires here. Been a lot of wear on these tires. Looks like we got Labonte there at second box. You can see in the middle. He's in this stall. And now Sterling Marlin. We'll see who gets off pit road. Although Stewart had such a big lead, I will be very surprised if that 20 car is not first.
Yeah, Stewart already completed his service. Easily beats everyone off pit road. He's going to be second. You see Jarrett's out, although Bobby Labonte will beat him off pit road. Marlin still receiving service. He's going to lose a couple spots to his teammate Kenny Irwin and to Jeff Gordon.
Coming to the restart here, you see we got Stewart on the outside, got that lap car of Dale Earnhardt on the inside. Can he get his lap back here on this restart? We'll see. Although Tony got a pretty good jump, I'm guessing the 3 is going to remain a lap down.
Yeah, it's definitely not been an easy day for that 3 team. You got Michael Waltrip there, also a lap down, trying to see if he can get a position on Earnhardt. And those 2 cars are going to provide a little buffer here between Stewart and his teammate Bobby Labonte, who still runs second. Less than 20 laps to go here at Rockingham. Tony Stewart still leading with Bobby Labonte in second, and Kenny Irwin up to third. And, oh, we got a big crash in turn 1. Looks like Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jerry Nadeau, lots of cars involved. And let's go on board here in the replay of Dale Earnhardt Jr. It looks like just Nadeau and them kind of get slowed up going to turn 1, and Jr. just has nowhere to go. And coming to the pit stops here, it's only been about 10 laps since that last caution. Do you pit? It looks like Tony Stewart's going to.
I don't know about that. We'll see. Pit road's looking like a pretty lonely place. I think that might have been the wrong call for that 20 car. Bobby Labonte's going to stay out and take the lead. And we got to 12. Jeremy Mayfield is blowing up there.
Yeah, trouble for Mayfield. That's going to probably end his day. And Tony Stewart's going to be deep on this restart here. We'll have to see if those fresh tires can get him back up through the field. Labonte easily clears Waltrip into turn 1. We've got Kenny Irwin now running second. He finished second last week at Daytona, still looking for that first Winston Cup win, although here we've got his teammate Sterling Marlin with a strong run to his inside, trying to take that second place position.
And Michael Waltrip, Kenny Wallace, they're battling. Those are lap cars, but it looks like Sterling is going to try to get them both here heading into turn 1. Deep dive there, and we got the 24 car Jeff Gordon going around Sterling's teammate Kenny Irwin there.
And that 40 started on the pole today. We haven't talked about him a whole lot since the start, but he is now looking like, with about 15 laps to go here, that he might have the fastest car and may be able to pass Bobby Labonte for this win.
Yeah, the 40, we talked about at the beginning. It's all about tire management, not necessarily who's going to run the fastest start a run, but throughout the day. And, they're running on these 10-lap tires, and it looks like that 40 just fired off really good. He's managed them well, and now he's looking to the inside of Bobby Labonte, and coming to lead with just a little over 10 to go.
Bonnie actually got a little loose, tagged the wall off the corner, so huge lead for Marlin. And Jeff Gordon now up to second. On board with Sterling Marlin. Only about 5 laps to go here in Rockingham. And, oh man, we got a big crash. Once again, turn 1, Bill Elliott is around. And, oh, there we go. Brett Bodine, upside down, piles in there. Hit from Bobby Hamilton.
They're still wrecking here. We got the 7 car, Mike.
Let's pay attention up front for a second here. They're racing back to the line. This could be for the win. And Sterling Marlin beats Dale Jarrett to the caution flag. And that could have been the race right there. There's only going to be about 4 laps to go here. I'm guessing there will not be a restart. So Sterling Marlin, the likely winner. Let's look back here. Oh, it looks like Bobby Labonte starts blowing up. Gets hit in the back by Jeff Gordon. And then he slides across the racetrack. And look at that, the 55 Kenny Wallace yet again in a wreck, gets into the side of Labonte. And then after Kenny Wallace gets in there, he hits Bill Elliott, hits the 28 of Ricky Rudd, goes for a spin, and they just all start piling in.
Yeah, that's a lot of good race cars there, just completely torn up. And
so Sterling Marlin now just has to follow that pace car back as we're coming to the white flag. Should be pretty easy for him. Although, what's he doing here, Chip? Looks like he's actually heading towards pit road.
Yeah, what is going on? We're hearing that Sterling's got a flat tire. Oh, man, that's just heartbreaking.
So Sterling Marlin, leading behind the pace car, coming to the white flag, has to pit for a flat tire. So that now puts Dale Jarrett, who's not led a lap all day, as the leader. And looks like he may just steal one here in Rockingham. And coming to the checkers, the only lap he led all day was following that pace car, but that doesn't matter. Dale Jarrett is going to be the winner here in Rockingham, followed by Jeff Gordon and Kenny Irwin Jr. And what a crazy race we had today, Chip.
Yeah, that certainly was something. Say shout out to Robbie Gordon, that 96 McDonald's car gets a top 5. Important for them. They do not have owner points from last year, so helping build up their total. That will apply after race 5. And also, we got a close battle for the Winston Cup right now. Dale Jarrett now is tied with Kenny Irwin for the points lead.
Chip, are you feeling lucky today?
Why, sure I am, Bill. You know, I was down at the old casino last night, and I had a great night. I got to tell you all about it.
That was a rhetorical question. Welcome to Las Vegas, everybody, for the UAW Daimler Chrysler 400. And today's field is led off by Daytona 500 winner Ricky Rudd and Jerry Nadeau to his outside. So those aren't the only cars we're watching. 5 drivers are going for $1 million bonus. Those top 5 drivers at Talladega last fall. Those are Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, Joe Nemechek, Terry Labonte, and Kenny Wallace.
So you can also tell who's going for $1 million by the red day glow splitters, spoilers, and numbers on those cars.
Right you are, Chip. Let's take a brief look at the cars that won't be in the race today. Petty Enterprises' rough start to the season continues as 6 cars miss the field due to Ron Hornaday and that 62 Orleans racing car being added to the entry list this week. And pace car peels off. Field in the hands of the 28 of Rudd. And here we go. Green flag is in the air. And we are racing at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Good jump by Rudd. Looks like Nadeau really did not get going, and Bobby Labonte is easily going to get alongside of him.
Labonte through to second, and potentially even looking at the lead here, Chip, as they come off turn 2. Very strong run for Labonte in this opening half lap.
Yeah, Bobby's looking down the inside now. Looks like Ricky's going to try to close the door on him for now, but you better watch out. That 18 car is coming fast.
And coming around for the first lap, Rudd does hold on to the lead there, but Bobby Labonte now to his inside, followed by his teammate and last week's winner, Dale Jarrett.
Man, Ricky's way up in the marbles now. He's going to lose 2 spots, possibly 3 there, as Dale Jarrett now going for the lead past Bobby Labonte.
Labonte and Jarrett still side by side through turns 3 and 4. Now Jarrett is clear, although Rudd has gotten back to the bottom there, Chip. We'll see if he can make another run of that lead. He is next to Labonte. getting a big push there from Jerry Nadeau in that 25 car.
You know, Dale Jarrett's really been dominant today, past halfway now, and oh man, we got big trouble on the backstretch there. No Bull 5 contender for that $1 million, and number 5, Terry Labonte, is in this, and cars everywhere.
Yes, definitely a big mess on the backstretch, although let's just pay attention to racing back to the caution here. Jeff Gordon coming to the inside here of the 88 of Jarrett, but he will not get there. Dale Jarrett retains the lead. What a mess on the backstretch. Let's take a look at this. So Stewart and Terry Labonte, who will not be winning $1 million today, get together.
Oh boy, Casey Atwood got into that. Casey.
Although he does not get the worst of this, Chip. Tony Stewart thinks he's made it through, but then a whole nother pack of cars about to come barreling in here. Hits Atwood in the side. You get the 92 of Compton getting some air, and then Tony Stewart on his side there. Johnny Benson in the 10 as well. Hard hit for Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8. And, yeah, what a mess. Almost half the field taken out. Dale Earnhardt as well. Another of those No Bull $5 million contenders. Look at this, though. Robbie Gordon, that McDonald's 96, manages to thread the needle through there. That's going to be a huge gain in position for him.
Coming down here on pit road, I suspect everybody's going to be taking 4 of those Goodyear tires and 76 race fuel. Looks like Jarrett, Gordon, and Labonte lead us here on the pit road.
Leaders coming down towards our end of pit road now. Jeff Gordon is the first one in his box. Right side's going on. Now going over to the left, Dale Jarrett now in his box. And Gordon is almost completed his service.
Meanwhile, on the bottom there, we got Bobby Labonte. He came in third. Let's see here, race off pit road. Jarrett will beat Gordon out, but a little bit of a slow stop for Labonte there. Looks like a 42 of Irwin is able to beat him out.
Coming to the restart, several cars took the wave around there, try to get their lap back, so Dale Jarrett is going to have to start in some traffic here. He immediately gets to the inside of that 93 car of Dave Blaney and the 26 of Jimmy Spencer.
Man, Mark Martin there in the 6 car did not get a very good start either. Dale is coming up pretty quick on him, although look at this, Jeff Gordon. Go on board with him now. He is coming up here on Dale Jarrett. You know, he's one of those $1 million contenders with that bright red day glow roof and spoiler there to indicate that. Look at that, Jeff Gordon to the inside. I think he wants to win $1 million.
Gordon is gaining on Jarrett Chip, but he has not yet completed the pass. And look at that, the 42 of Kenny Irwin is staying with Gordon pretty well there too.
Yeah, Jarrett, though, is going to get kind of caught up here behind that lap car, a 14 of Ron Hornaday, one of our rookies, and that may allow these two to reel him in. Looks like Kenny Irwin there now getting a good run to the inside, although Jeff Gordon trying to battle back on the high side.
Jarrett still leads. He goes to the inside of the 43 of John Andretti, another lap car. Kenny Irwin up to second place now. Jeff Gordon running third, and Sterling Marlin, Kenny Irwin's teammate, has started to reel them in for fourth.
Now that 11 car, Brett Bodine is holding up Dale Jarrett. Got the 55 of Kenny Wallace. Poor Kenny, you know, he was one of those guys eligible for $1 million, and he's on the verge of going a lap down. But yeah, Jarrett here, it's a real log jam. It looks like he cannot get around this 11 car on the dirty air. And Irwin, Gordon, and Marlin are all riding his bumper right now.
Yes, leaders all single file, stuck in this lap traffic. It looks like Jarrett has finally gotten to the inside of that 11 car of Bodine. And now the question will be, who gets there the quickest? Can Jarrett maintain his lead, or does Kenny Irwin start to get to his inside? It looks like he will. That 42 singular car is to his inside. You know, Chip, Kenny Irwin still looking for that first career NASCAR Winston Cup Series win. This is his 90th Winston Cup start, and he's led the most laps in a race, but he has not yet won one.
Jeff Gordon coming back here to the inside, still wants that $1 million, and perhaps rub it in there to old Kenny Wallace a little bit as they're about to go by him.
Yes, Gordon holding tight on the bottom here. It looks like he's going to get the lead, although Sterling Marlin is looking to make this a 3-wide battle up front pretty soon if the leaders don't watch out.
Yeah, Sterling, You know, he had that race last week at Rockingham in the bag and, you know, got it thrown away with that flat tire in the last lap. You know, he would love to redeem himself here out Las Vegas and get that first victory for Dodge. They're, you know, back in the Winston Cup Series this year, and they've not won a race yet. So I'm sure Sterling would like to have that honor.
Kenny Irwin way up the racetrack there, trying to make something work on the high side since the leaders are stuck in traffic there on the bottom. Not going to work, though, and he's going to get shuffled all the way back to 5th as Ricky Rudd has caught on to the end of this group as well.
And look at this, Jeff Gordon to the high side, and Sterling Marlin on the bottom is going to get by and use that lap car to 22 of Ward Burton as a pick. Marlin out front here in the closing stages at Las Vegas.
1.5 laps to go. Sterling Marlin was in this position last week, leading, although that was under caution. Can he hold on here and get his first win of the season and the first win for Dodge in their return to the NASCAR Winston Cup Series?
I don't know. I think it's going to be a Dodge victory, but I'm not sure if it's going to be Sterling or if Kenny Irwin Jr. is going to break through and get his first career win if they come to the white flag.
Going down into turn 1, Marlin and Irwin both on the bottom side of the racetrack, although Marlin starts to slide up here a little bit. Here comes Irwin in that 42 car. Kenny Irwin had a practice crash at New Hampshire last July and was injured, had a long road to come back to this Winston Cup Series, but now, coming off turn 4, is in position. Kenny Irwin is a winner in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series.
Man, what a finish. That was an awesome finish. Let's take a look at that again here. So, yeah, Sterling tried to use the lap car. Jimmy Spencer was a pick there, just did not get there.
For the second time in as many weeks, Sterling Marlin leads with the white flag, but does not get it done. Kenny Irwin will be one of the 5 drivers eligible for that noble $5 million bonus at Charlotte in a couple months, and is also now the Winston Cup points leader. Welcome everybody to Hampton, Georgia in the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the 2001 running of the Cracker Barrel Old Country Store 500. On pole today is Sterling Marlin in the number 40 Coors Light Dodge and his teammate and last week's winner, Kenny Irwin, to his outside.
Man, Sterling's really been on a roll lately, Bill. You know, he's almost won the last 2 races. Starting on a pole day, maybe he can finally get it done.
Yes, certainly one to watch today, Chip. One we will not be watching today is Michael Waltrip in the number 15 car. His number 15 team for Dale Earnhardt Incorporated came into the year with 0 owner points. With a large number of teams attempting all of these races, and 2001 owner points not taking effect until race 6 at Bristol, he missed the field. Also, we go on board with Kevin Harvick in that 3rd Richard Childress Racing entry, making his Winston Cup debut today.
Yeah, he's going to be one to watch. You know, it's a great-looking race car, the AOL number 30, and, you know, he's doing great things in the Busch Series. You know, we hear Richard wants to move the Winston Cup full-time in 2002, and I think that would be a great move.
Yes, for sure. We'll see how he does. But first, we'll see how Sterling Marlin and Kenny Irwin do as they lead off this field towards the green flag. And we are racing at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Good start by Sterling, although, you know, Kenny got a good enough start there on the outside that I think he'll be able to get down here in front of Bobby for 2nd place.
Actually, not quite there, Chip. Looks like Kenny Irwin is going to go up the track a little bit, and Bobby Labonte. You know, Bobby Labonte was runner-up last year, Chip, in that photo finish with Dale Earnhardt in this race. He's always a great driver here in Atlanta. We'll see if he can maybe get another victory here today.
Yeah, we got you know, Jeff Gordon there coming to the inside of Bobby Labonte. All the Hendrick cars qualified really well. Jeff Gordon's teammate Terry Labonte there's right behind him, and we saw back there a little further back to number 25 Jerry Nadeau, the 3rd Hendrick car, also had a good qualifying run. I think they could all be contenders today.
Getting, looks like almost 3 wide there for 2nd as they come down the backstretch. Marlin still leading. Jeff Gordon, though, is in hot pursuit, and looks like Sterling's going to slip up the track a little bit, try that high line off turn 4. He will continue leading here, leads lap 2 easily at the line.
Yeah, we go on board here with Jeff. Looks like he's got a run on that 40 car, so they come off turn 2. Going to be side-by-side drag race down the back, although I would guess that Jeff may just get Sterling here going into turn 3.
Gordon drives it in deep, goes low, and it's looking like not quite clear off turn 4, although Jeff Gordon is going to get those 5 Winston Cup bonus points for leading that lap of the line. I have a feeling going into turns 1 and 2, they will be single file. Further back, though, let's give a attaboy to Greg Biffle, rookie in that number 97 Roush racing car. He's running in the top 10 right now as we go on board with defending race winner Dale Earnhardt, and he's just been really impressive so far this season, hasn't he, Chip?
Yeah, Greg, he's a little bit older for a rookie, 31 years old, but comes with experience. And it looks like Sterling has gotten back on the inside here. Jeff Gordon, he's going to cross him back over to lead lap 4. This pack's getting pretty tight up here. Tony Stewart, Kenny Irwin, all of them really battling for position.
And this just ahead of where Greg Biffle and that sort of second pack is. Looks like we've got 6 cars in this lead group. Stewart, Marlin, Irwin, Rudd, Labonte, and Gordon. And then not too far behind them there is Jerry Nadeau and Dale Jarrett.
Yeah, and Kenny Irwin, coming back here on the inside. We got 2 Indiana drivers out front now, Tony Stewart, Kenny Irwin. And we just cannot say enough about what Kenny has done this year. He's been amazing, and I would not be surprised if we see him win another Winston Cup race before the season is over.
I mean, the way he's running right now, Chip, he might even be in this championship conversation, leading the Winston Cup points and looking to get another top 5 today. We do see Bobby Labonte there on the apron. He came in for a problem, unscheduled pit stop, but his car is back running again. He's going to get back on the track, though he will lose a lap.
Yeah, Bobby, defending Winston Cup champion, a lot of people think he could contend for another one this year, but set him back a bit. Although, look at this, we got Kenny Irwin is coming for the lead. Maybe looking to hold on to that Winston Cup points lead, although we're 3 wide again, go on board with Jeff Gordon, and he wants that lead back.
Yeah, no clear favorite so far, Chip. We got now 7 cars practically under a blanket here. Lots of 3 wide action up front. All 3 Hendrick cars trying to see if they can make it 1, 2, 3 right now as Terry Labonte is clear for second and Jerry Nadeau.
Jeff Gordon's still leading here, although look at this. The 3 Hendrick cars are about to be 3 wide for the lead. Jerry Nadeau is coming to the inside of Terry Labonte here off the corner. And Sterling Marlin's trying to get back into this conversation as well.
We've had a lead change almost every lap here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and we cannot say enough about this reconfiguration of this racetrack. Looks like Tony Stewart got the wall a little bit there off the corner, but Atlanta has just become such an incredible racetrack. With this quad oval shape similar to Charlotte, and we're seeing a phenomenal race today.
Yes, we are, Bill, and look at that. We got Sterling back out front. He really badly wants to win one of these races. Been leading on the last lap the past 2 weeks, and just has not been able to get it done.
Sterling Marlin still leading here as we round lap 14. Things will settle down a bit up front. Oh, we see a caution light on. Looks like Terry Labonte is around and Kenny Irwin as well. Right in front of the pack. Ooh, hard hit for Kenny Irwin into the 16 of Kevin LePage.
Dale Earnhardt. Dale is rolling over and over down the backstretch.
Yeah, let's get the replay here, Chip. Looks like they try to go almost 5 wide off of turn 2 here.
Yeah, you can't do that, boys. That's for sure. And, man, it looks like Jeff gets into the 5 car in the 88, and there goes Terry Labonte around.
And looks like a fairly mild wreck at that point, but then we go on board with Dale Earnhardt here, and this is where it starts to get really crazy. All these cars just start piling in. Dale thinks he's gotten through, and then he hits Terry, and that's the moment where we lost the camera.
Yeah, let's look at a helicopter here. So, yeah, Dale gets into the back of the 5 car, and his teammate Mike Skinner gets into him, and then a 10 car sends him over and over on his roof. And I'll tell you, folks, that really just speaks to the safety of the Winston Cup race cars. Get a crazy crash like that. Dale's already gotten out, walked away, and said he's excited for next week, hoping to get back into it.
Yeah, certainly been a tough season for Earnhardt so far. Cars making pit stops here. Pretty much every team, it looks like, is going to come down pit road. Should be enough time to go to the end here on fuel. See, Kenny Irwin there, last week's winner, is out of the race after that wreck, so he will likely lose the Winston Cup points lead. As leader Sterling Marlin hits his pit box and begins his service. Jeff Gordon's in as well, as is Ricky Rudd further back there. Rudd has actually completed his service already. Looks like Sterling Marlin is going to beat him off pit road. Slow. Coming to the restart here, Sterling Marlin, single file restart with the lap cars on the inside. Bobby Labonte, first car 1 lap down. Going to see if he can get his lap back here after that unscheduled pit stop earlier. Good start for Marlin, although it looks like Ricky Rudd, haven't talked about him yet today, is coming into the picture.
Yeah, you know, it's a lot of good cars got taken out or got some damage in that wreck. Kenny Irwin, Jeff Gordon, Terry Labonte. So, yeah, we could see some new players up front in this race. As Ricky Rudd is actually going to easily pass Sterling Marlin here for the lead and see if he can put Bobby Labonte a lap down again.
Yeah, Ricky Rudd, Daytona 500 winner, continues to have a good season at Robert Yates Racing Ford. Although Jerry Nadeau, Jerry Nadeau is the defending winner at this racetrack, got his first career Winston Cup win back in November here in the season finale. He's looking to see if he could take the lead once again here.
Yeah, Jerry is somebody that, he kind of had a breakout season last year, first year driving for Andrew Motorsports, and a lot of people I've heard in the garage area really think that Jerry could become a star in the Winston Cup Series, win a lot of races.
Yeah, and Nadeau now leading here. Although look at this, Sterling Marlin. He clearly has a fast car once again today. The question is, can he keep it there? Last few weeks he has not been able to.
Yeah, looking back here from Jerry Nadeau, got Sterling Marlin. Look at that. Who's going for third place? Greg Biffle. We talked about him earlier in the broadcast. He's just making his 4th Winston Cup start today, and he's just done a phenomenal job so far.
Yeah, Greg Biffle is doing great. Another driver doing really well today is that 94 Hermie Sadler. Rock Racing is running 14th right now, their best run to date. They're one of those teams that do not have great owner points coming into this year, and has missed a couple of races. And look at this, Greg Biffle passes Sterling Marlin for the lead and is going to be briefly out front here as Bobby Labonte is a lap down. Actually, he gets those 5 bonus points for leading lap.
Yeah, and that's going to be great. Move that team up in the standings in a Rookie of the Year battle. And we see another one of his Rookie of the Year contenders back there, Casey Atwood, in 19. My boy Casey is having another great day here.
Ricky Rudd leading here at Atlanta, although Tony Stewart now is looking to come to his inside, as these 2 cars have separated themselves a bit from the rest of that pack there, although Greg Biffle, Sterling Marlin, and actually Jeff Gordon has come back into view as well, are in this lead pack.
Yeah, great job by that 24 team on repairing that car. He was in that wreck.
Tony Stewart leading, although Ricky Rudd looking to come back to his inside. These 2 again have continued to pull away from the rest of the pack. And Bobby Labonte looks to at least hold on for a lead lap finish here ahead of both of these.
Yeah, you got Stacy Compton back there. He's in the wreck. He's missing a hood, just riding around, seeing if he can collect a few points. And Rudd just driving away from Tony now. Let's see if he can put some distance on him.
Tony Stewart back to the inside of Ricky Rudd. We're after halfway here in Atlanta. These 2 cars appear to really be the dominant force of the day, especially now that a lot of contenders are out of the race. But it seems like one gets by the other. And once again, Ricky Rudd has caught Tony Stewart. He's going to see if he can get to the inside here, going through turns 1 and 2. And looks like he will, and he's going to try to make the pass going out of the backstretch, see if he can use Tony Stewart's teammate, Bobby Labonte, as a pick.
Yep, he gets a little draft there, and goodbye. Ricky Rudd is back to the lead.
And looks like we're going to trade places once again here. Tony Stewart drives in really deep. He's going to get to the inside of Ricky Rudd. Has a look here. Rudd will lead at the line this lap, but Tony Stewart now gets that draft off teammate Labonte, drives it in. Rudd slides up the racetrack a little bit, and coming off of turn 2, they are going to be side by side for the lead.
Yeah, and we're starting to run down there on laps a little bit, and there is some lap traffic coming up here. That could be what ends up deciding this race. Tony looks like he's going to get the lead again, although I imagine Ricky will just regroup, and we'll be talking about him again in a few laps.
And you called it, Chip. Ricky Rudd coming back to the inside of Tony Stewart here. Nobody seems to really be able to separate themselves out of these 2. Ricky Rudd has won a race this year. Tony Stewart has not. If he can win, we'll continue our streak of, that would make it 4 different winners to start the season.
You know, and that manufacturer, Pontiac, is yet to win a race. We've had a Ford at Daytona and Rockingham. We had a Dodge last week at Las Vegas. But yeah, none of the GM makes, Pontiac or Chevrolet, have won a race yet this year.
Looks like Tony Stewart is not going to let Ricky Rudd lead for long this time. He's going to try to cross him back over here just the next lap after he lost the lead as they come up on lots of lap traffic ahead. And here he goes, Tony Stewart once again going to the bottom through turns 3 and 4. Into the closing stages here at Atlanta, Tony Stewart and Ricky Rudd still battling for this lead, and I think what's going to settle it is this big hornet's nest of lap cars in front of them.
Yeah, you got the 36 of Ken Schrader, the 18 of Bobby Labonte, 32 of Ricky Craven. You know, this is a great opportunity for Bobby Labonte pass some cars, get some Winston Cup points back, because, you know, he's been kind of stuck all day.
Yeah, even surprising there, we see the 8 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Isn't having a great day, you know, made it through the wreck, but still just not doing very well off the pace and potentially going to get lapped here.
Yeah, and Tony is very effectively using these cars as a pick. He's been able to separate himself from Rudd a little bit, and yeah, that could end up being a race right here. You see, outside of Craven, while Rudd is still stuck behind the 36 of Kenny Schrader there. The only question here is now they're too wide in front of Tony because Brett Bodine is in that outside lane. Is that going to pull him up a bit and potentially allow Rudd to reel him back in?
Looks like Tony's going to take him 3 wide off of turn 4. Pretty daring move there for the leader, but it's going to pay off.
Yeah, although once again now Tony's stuck with 2 wide traffic. The 14 of Ron Hornaday, actually a little bit of contact there between Hornaday and Benson and 10. We're actually 3 wide. Tony Stewart in the middle with his teammate Labonte on the bottom. And all of a sudden now Ricky Rudd has crawled back into this battle.
Yeah, we're going to have to see here. Can Tony Stewart squeeze between the 32 of Craven and his teammate of Labonte? So they come by the line, white flag in the air, and Ricky Rudd is caught back up to Tony Stewart here. They are nose to tail going through turns 1 and 2.
I don't know, though. I think if Rudd had a couple more laps maybe, but Tony Stewart's got a pretty solid lead now.
And Rushville, Indiana's Tony Stewart won 6 races last year, the most of anybody, and just race 4 this year looks to take the checkered flag once again. Coming off turn 4, checkered flag in the air, and 10th career Winston Cup win for Tony Stewart comes at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
And great run by Tony there, and another good run by Ricky Rudd.
And after Kenny Irwin's crash, Dale Jarrett vaults back to the Winston Cup points lead, while Tony Stewart's win moves him up to 6th. And here we are in Darlington, South Carolina for the 2001 Carolina Dodge Dealers 400. Jeff Gordon leads from the pole with last week's race winner Tony Stewart to his outside.
You know, Bill, Jeff is still looking for his first win in 2001, as is all of Chevrolet, the only manufacturer yet without a victory.
Yes, that's true, Chip, and another big point of discussion will be the owner point situation. Today was the final race using 2,000 owner points. So some of those cars, like Casey Atwood and Robbie Gordon, who missed the field today, should be easily locked in starting next week, while some of those other teams lower in the standings that have been banking on last year's points will be in trouble come Bristol. Pace car has already come down pit road. It's going to be a second here till Jeff Gordon gets the green. Fans rising to their feet now, and the 2001 Carolina Dodge Dealers 400 is underway.
Gordon and Stewart there, pretty even going into the first turn, although I imagine that low line is just so much better here, Bill, and Jeff should very easily get the lead here off turn 2. Looks like Kenny Irwin possibly, with a look at the inside, looks like he thinks better of it for the moment. But Jeff Gordon leading into turn 1 now.
And, you know, we've talked about Jeff Gordon being consistent. Oh, and some trouble back in the pack there. Looks like Jeff Burton goes for a spin. We're going to follow racing back to the caution here. Jeff Gordon easily gets the stripe. But, yeah, let's take a look at the replay here. It looks like Jeff Burton just gets a little too hot off the corner there. Michael Waltrip, returning after missing the race last week, gets through that. Not too bad of an accident, though.
Yeah, certainly nothing like Dale Earnhardt's crash last week. That was, well, lots of people were in that wreck, but yeah, so not too bad. But we got an interesting situation here. Everybody is going to come down pit road, but I'm not so sure they can make it in on fuel right now.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is more for tires, Chip. You know, this track really eats those tires. Looks like a lot of teams are, I'm hearing, probably just going to put 2 tires on here. Terry Labonte is already out of the pits, and Kenny Irwin, great stop for him. It looks like he's actually going to beat Jeff Gordon off pit road. Jeff Gordon's going to fall all the way to 3rd. Or actually, no, Terry Labonte did not beat Jeff Gordon off pit road. That was very close. As Kenny Irwin is going to lead them back to green with the 36th car of Ken Schrader taking the wave around in front of him.
Yeah, Kenny Irwin, name we've been saying a lot lately, you know, got caught up in that big accident last week, so that's what cost him the Winston Cup points lead he had coming out of his win at Las Vegas, but could very easily get back in this fight for the championship.
Looks like Terry Labonte, who narrowly lost that race off pit road for second to his teammate Jeff Gordon, takes a look to the inside there, although... and now Jeff Gordon, after losing the lead on pit road under that first caution, wants to get it back here. Coming off turn 2, ooh, a little bit of a scrape of the wall there for Kenny Irwin. That's going to be the first of those Darlington stripes for him today. And Jeff Gordon easily sails out to the lead now with Irwin in second and his teammate Terry Labonte still riding in third.
Looks like, if anything, though, Bill, that little hit of wall might have put some more horsepower in that.
Kenny Irwin, looks like that scrape earlier has not hurt him too much as they start to work lap traffic. The 11 of Brett Botine and the 22 there of Ward Burton. Jeff Gordon is going to see if he can pass him on the outside, but that's actually going to let Irwin come to his inside here.
Yeah, I don't know what's better, being stuck behind a lap car or having to ride on the outside. Neither is great here at Darlington. And yeah, look at that. Jeff gets loose and marbles up there, and Kenny Irwin is going to get to his inside. He will get a good run off the corner. Going to be next to Ward Burton here. But looks like Irwin may take the lead back with Jeff Gordon's teammate, Terry Labonte, set to follow him through here.
Go on board with Terry Labonte here. Yes, he is clear for second now. Ward Burton managed to get through that group of cars and stay on the lead lap for the time being. And the other Labonte, Bobby Labonte, has now crept into the picture here a little bit as well.
Yeah, you know, Bobby was fighting being lapped down all day last week at Atlanta. Having a good run here, although look at this, Terry is going for the lead into turn 3. Looks like he's going to easily pass Kenny Irwin. I don't know if, looks like, yeah, Bobby is going to follow his brother through. Kenny gets the wall again off the corner, and after the halfway mark here at Darlington, looks like we're going to have some green flag pit stops. Somebody got in a little bit hot getting into pit road there, lots of smoke. But we do stay green. The leader, Terry Labonte, followed by Dale Jarrett and the 42 Kenny Irwin, as well as Jeff Gordon. Yeah, and, you know, this whole lead group stayed together pretty good. I think this is going to be a crucial pit stop here to see who might win this race. Not been a lot of passing today, so pit crews are about to earn their money here.
And Labonte comes across the line and is heading towards his stall. I believe he'll be the first one to hit his stall out of this group. Comes in, they're filling him up with fuel. Looks like right sides are going on. Jack about to drop. And now going over to the left side. 4 tires here, just 2 tires on that first stop of the day. And Jack drops on the left side, and the 5 car, Labonte, is off and on his way.
Looks like he beat Jarrett out, beat the 42 and the 24 easily. The question is, where is he going to blend onto the racetrack here, Bill? Looks like we got some lap cars coming. I don't know if there's any lead lap. Oh, actually, yeah, that 28 car, Ricky Rudd, is on the lead lap, and with that little bit of an undercut there, he's going to easily pass by Terry Labonte here.
You know, I'm honestly surprised undercut is in your vocabulary, Chip. Have you been watching Formula One or something?
Hey, I know words, Bill. I know a lot of words.
Sure you do, Chip. It looks like Terry Labonte has caught back up to that 28 car, Ricky Rudd. It took him a little bit to get going, but that 11 car of Brett Bodine about to go another lap down has served as a potentially good pick here for Terry Labonte to get back to the lead.
Yeah, and he's in a Yates Racing sandwich right now. We got the 28 leading in the 88, the teammate of Dale Earnhardt back there, go on board with Terry now. He's caught Ricky, but catching him one thing, passing him another.
Yes, for sure. Look at that. Jeff Gordon is shot out of a cannon there on the outside. He has not been caught in this lap traffic. And trying to see if he can make something work on the outside, although once again, turns 1 and 2, you just have to run the bottom here, Chip. There's just no grip to be found up there. It looks like 28 Rudd is going to clear Brett Bodine here, so this may open it up for some more racing up front.
Yeah, it looks like 5 car is going to stick to his bumper here, although Ricky Rudd holds the bottom pretty good through 3 and 4, and going to lead another lap. Still not had a 2-time winner in 2001.
Although, look at that, it gets a little loose going into 1 and 2, and look here by Terry Labonte. Let's see, is he going to make the pass? Yes, ooh, almost got into the side of Rudd.
Man, that was aggressive by Terry, but look at that. He has the lead. He is sailing away there now from those 2 Robert Yates cars.
And coming up on the white flag here, Terry Labonte has put on an absolute clinic here at Darlington today. He won his first career Winston Cup race at Darlington in 1980, but has not won here since. He also went winless last year in the 2000 season, but the 2-time series champion looks to be returning to victory lane today.
And you know what, Bill?
What, Chip?
Last week we had Tony Stewart. This week we're going to have Tony the Tiger.
And, yeah, definitely an important observation. Thanks for that, Chip. But anyway, coming off turn 4, Terry Labonte comes down the front stretch and easily wins the 2001 Carolina Dodge Dealers 400 at Darlington Raceway. And after this race, Dale Earnhardt maintains his Winston Cup points lead while his teammate Ricky Rudd moves back up to 3rd.
We've got to give a shout-out, too, to Greg Biffle, rookie. He's 8th in points right now, having a heck of a year so far. We'll see if he can keep it up.
Yes, we'll have to see what happens next week at Bristol Motor Speedway, but until then, this is Bill and Chip signing off.